Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another thrilling edition of Robot Rumble, where so far this season we've seen kings and queens fall in the war zone, and we know that no machine is safe. Tonight, 4 more machines go head to head, but before they do battle, let's meet them. This season has been blown wide open so far, and this group presents an opportunity for several machines to set themselves up for a deep run in the competition. First up, we have newcomers Avalanche. They were originally meant to be bringing a wedge flipper, but they ran out of time on their build, so bought this snowplow instead. It should do well at shoveling the competition down the pit, but we have heard rumours of overheating drive systems in the pits. Another newcomer next up, the Kettering Kicker, brings a unique weapon that aims to kick its competitors around the arena. It's an interesting idea, but completely untested in battle. This could be a short visit from the Kicker. Royal Pain 2 returns to try and emulate its run from 2020, in which it finished runner-up behind the monolithic Bronco. We didn't get to see as much of the interchangeable axe heads as we would have liked last season, but this year, maybe we'll see them get stuck into their opponents, just like good old times. And finally tonight, we have Diotoir. He's always been a strong competitor, but has had reliability issues in the past, so much so they were forced to pull out in 2020. If they've got these issues ironed out, I foresee a great campaign for our Irish compatriots. And so those are the machines, and here is how they line up in round 1. Diotoir versus Avalanche coming your way in a couple of minutes, but first, Royal Pain 2 takes on the Kettering Kicker. Right, on my count then.
Roboteers, stand by.
Roboteers, stand by.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So here we go, it's Royal Pain 2 with oodles of experience against the newcomer Kettering Kicker, emblazoned with that red sort of box on the top with the number 9. Kettering not known for its footballing skill, but already a bit of damage caused there on Royal Pain, and Kettering Kicker here taking it to the old dog Royal Pain, who's been here since day 1 of the competition, and they're on the edge of the pit and they've been shoved in.
Cease.
And there we go, a massive shock here in the opening fight here in Group C. Royal Pain got stuck on the edge of the pit and shoved in by the newcomers. That really is putting the boot in. And here is the group table. Kettering Kicker start off on top of the table. So next up, it's Avalanche against Diotoir.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So already the group off to an interesting start here, and can Avalanche pick up another win for the newcomers here today? They do have to face Diotoir though, who is a very strong competitor. Not a joke machine like it was IRL. Instead, this Diotoir is fearsome as the two battle around the floor flipper. Avalanche trying to climb the mountain and oh dear. Well, I think that might be the Avalanche over and out, and Diotoir haven't had to do a lot. The Arena Hazard claiming another victory, the brand new one for this season, the floor flipper. Here is the replay. Avalanche more interested in mountain climbing than taking part in a robot fighting competition. They decide to drive backwards and whoop, little jump there. And if they're going to be getting points in the Olympics, they didn't land the somersault. It's going to be 0 points from me for that. It's going to be 0 points in the Robot Rumble table as Avalanche are now being counted out. Diotoir get the win.
Cease.
So there is the group table to start. Kettering Kicker are joined by Diotoir at the top of the tree, Avalanche and Royal Pain at the root of the mountain. And this is how they line up in round 2. It's Diotoir against the Kettering Kicker. The two teams on 3 points look to go 2-0. Royal Pain 2 versus Avalanche now has become a real do or die situation for those two machines.
part and parcel of the game.
It's part and parcel of the game.
I think it's part and parcel of the game.
Very much part and parcel of the game.
It's part and parcel of being a footballer, and part and parcel of having a squad, part and parcel of being a player.
It's just part and parcel, really.
But it's part and parcel of the game.
That's part and parcel of it, isn't it?
Part and parcel of the job.
That's part and parcel of the job.
Part and Parcel, a new football podcast coming to you every week on Spotify and on YouTube. Link is in the description.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Both these machines looking to keep up their 100% record in the group. And both have looked alright so far. Diotoir, we've not seen the full potential. That's mainly because Avalanche were terrible at driving, but they're now shoving their kicker into the corner here against the side of the screws. Watch out, they want to get grinded up. Kettering kicker now shoving back. Look at this, it's a real battle of attrition here. Both machines pushing and shoving, trying to get round one another. Diotoir's definitely got the push on here. We've not really seen the kicker really come into effect on the Kettering kicker. It's more like a flicker right now, although they're using it now and they're holding Diotoir here. This will be scoring them points. They've got to let go after 10 seconds. They did in the end there. Both these machines very mobile. It's a very tentative fight so far. Diotoir slams the Kettering kicker into the corner. They're now away into the centre of the arena. Both machines just trying to get to grips with each other. There's not a lot of damage either machine has done to one another. Oh, we saw a little bit of a kick out there from the kicker. Diotoir yet to be put into touch. Fascinating tie here. No idea who's going to come out on top. Both having their moments of pushing and shoving. Diotoir trying to get that disc in. If they can get a bit of damage, it would surely sway it with the judges. But you feel, at the moment, it's going to go all the way to the judges. Both machines just looking to get that crucial slam, pushing them maybe into an arena hazard. That would really change the judges' vote. Oh, very close to the pit there. And here comes Kettering kicker. Oh no, and it's so unfortunate. The Kettering kicker just lost its way in the end there. I don't know who was on top of that. I wouldn't have wanted to be a judge if that had gone all the way. They shoved Diotoir and then they just backed up and they just caught the corner of the pit. And they're down and out for this fight. Diotoir with the 3 points for the Irish machine. So this is how the table looks. Diotoir at the top, Kettering kicker dropped down into second. It's a do or die match now for Avalanche and Royal Pain 2.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So whoever loses this is out of Robot Rumble effectively. You're not going to go through with 3 points in this heat. And it's the robot without a weapon, with just the shovel. Avalanche against that mighty axe blade of Royal Pain. They've elected to go for the same one they usually have. Not seeing the interchangeable axe heads at all this season so far. Royal Pain sticking with the singular axe, getting that axe in. It's a very vulnerable top of Avalanche there. We have heard rumours that they can overheat in the pits. Almost caught fire pre-heat, but now they're shoving Royal Pain into real heat there under the floor flipper. They've escaped the machine from Buckinghamshire. The Royal County, and oh, they've driven straight into the pit. That's not a Royal performance. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Royal Pain 2, former runners-up in 2020, semi-finalists in 2019. And look at that, crazy, out of control and down the pit. And pretty much out of Robot Rumble this season. Another shock on the board there. Avalanche is the winner.
Cease.
Shocker. So poor driving sees Royal Pain 2 effectively out of Robot Rumble for this season. We'll have to see if they come back again. But for our final fights, it's going to be Avalanche versus the Kettering kicker for a place in the runner-up Rumble, you would feel, while Royal Pain 2 takes on Diotoir.
Roboteers, stand by.
Are we ready?
3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Activate.
So because Diotoir have beaten both of these machines, they can only tie with Diotoir, which means that this fight is for a place in the runner-up rumble. The winner of this will go through to the runner-up rumble to represent Group C. Will it be the flicker kicker of the Kettering kicker, or will it be Avalanche with that snowplow on the front? You do wonder what would have been like if they brought that rear-hinged flipper. How much of a danger would they have been? Instead, we get this almost sort of stock bot, who have done all right so far. They've got a bit lucky, but there is definitely some power in that machine. I don't know if the snowplow is the best designed wedge. Robots tend to get scooped aside by it. But right now, I think it's the Kettering kicker on top here, smothering the machine. What is the first season of the flipper? So, both machines very maneuverable. You feel that it will be a match where the hazards will decide it yet again. Or bad driving might decide it, as it has done so far in this heat quite a lot. Oh, the floor flipper fires there, was hoping to clip an opponent.
You play a mind game.
And again, this is another one of the fights in this group, which is all about the driving speed and the power and the tactical element. As Avalanche sort of near the pit here. Watch out, Avalanche. Kettering kicker gets the push in there. And really, these fights have been fascinating so far in this heat. I have no idea who's going through to the rumble at the moment. I have no idea who's on top in the judges' scorecard if it goes to the judges. And I don't see where a knockout's coming from, because both these machines have been very well driven so far in this heat. And now a big push back there from Avalanche, really getting its drive motors up to speed. Both just manoeuvring around each other, trying to find that opening, trying to find that push. Kettering kicker on the side there, almost near the pit there for the Avalanche. Both these machines darting around each other, and there it is, there's the push, and there's the pit. A fantastic move from the Kettering kicker, right out of the playbook. And you know, if this was a mazy dribble in a game of football, the Kettering kicker would have been through on goal. And they got the goal they needed. That was a fantastic push and a little flick at the end using the flicker. It finally coming in handy. So here's the table. And you can see Kettering kicker joint level with Diotoir, but because they lost on head-to-head, they will only get a spot in the rumble. So it means that our places are all finished for this heat. We'll just wait to see if Diotoir can go 3-0 or if Royal Pain 2 can salvage some pride. First time.
Roboteers, stand by.
All on the line.
3,
In 3,
2,
2,
1. Activate.
I honestly thought this fight would be between the top two teams in the heat for a place in the next round, the loser going to the runner-up rumble, but that's not been the case this season, in a season full of shocks. And the shock this week is that Royal Pain 2 sit bottom and are out of Robot Rumble 2022. And Diotoir is out on the prowl already into the knockout round. They're looking to go 3-0 to get 9 points. But right now they're stuck under the flipper. They can't get out. Oh, no, they're out. They're out now. Royal Pain 2 looking for pride. It's had a very, very disappointing campaign. And now it's slamming its hammer down onto Diotoir, causing damage, but nothing too visible. It would all be internal damage, you feel. Diotoir's got that push and shove. And there goes a panel off of Royal Pain. The left-hand side wheel guard simply cleaved away. And Diotoir in the ascendancy, I feel here, despite the hammer looking visually impressive. It's Diotoir doing all the pushing, all the aggressiveness, which means so much in Robot Rumble. Royal Pain 2 resorting to spinning around on the spot to try and ward off the Irish machine with those boggle eyes. No mouth this year though. They've said they're all business, looking to win the title. And oh, there goes Royal Pain. Oh, it's a depressing end to Royal Pain 2 this year, who really have not got the driving dialed in. They've sped up, it feels like, from last season, the drive, and it's cost them. So there is how the group table stands. Diotoir top of the tree through to the knockout round with 9 points. The Kettering kicker, a respectable debut with 6 points. Through to the runner-up Rumble, Avalanche and Royal Pain are out of this season's Robot Rumble. Another episode of Robot Rumble comes to an end, and this time it's Diotoir heading through to the quarter-finals. As you can see in the bracket here, it's starting to heat up. We're starting to know more of the machines that are going to be taking part in our finals at the end of the series. The Kettering kicker, newcomers this week, get a place in the runner-up Rumble as we say goodbye to Royal Pain 2, former finalists going home in the group stages, a very poor performance. And we say goodbye to newcomers Avalanche. That's all we have time for tonight on Robot Rumble. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.